That's Captain America putting T'Challa in a sleeper hold and also messing up immigration for Black Americans to Wakanda. The Wakanda Forever movement appears in Captain America's Symbol of Truth, and this movement wants immigration for Black Americans to Wakanda. The speaker's making great points about police brutality, gun violence, as well as medical discrimination. I don't want to say Sam Wilson's hating, but he's kind of hating because he feels like, yo, they want to act like paradise is just an ocean away. Misty Knight's like, yo, you think it's so sunny here? And Sam Wilson really feels like, yo, my job is to make America a better place. This movement means I'm not doing my job right. I mean, Steve Rogers felt this way a lot too, but his whole thing was, I represent the American dream, not America itself. I represent what America should be for everyone. That's a bit easier for Steve Rogers because he's the first Captain America, as well as the blue-eyed, blonde-haired Captain America. People will believe in that American dream. When you have a black Captain America, ooh, and we've seen what Sam Wilson's had to deal with that mantle. Surprisingly enough though, Wakanda agrees. They allow black immigration from Americans to come to Wakanda. At this point in time, Wakanda is a democracy as well. T'Challa is no longer in power as king. So after discovering some stolen vibranium, Sam Wilson goes to talk to the Prime Minister, Falasade, and Princess Shuri. Sam wants to launch a joint covert ops mission together. Shuri and the Prime Minister are like, nah, that ain't happening. Wakandan jurisdiction has to be distinct. If it happens on Wakandan soil, Wakanda will take care of it. Sam Wilson's point of view is that, yo, what's happening in Wakanda is affecting Americans there because they're immigrating to Wakanda. They let that man know, hey, your help is appreciated, but we don't need it. We do not sanction this. And next thing you know, Sam Wilson's in Wakanda, posing as a civilian being immigrated. Now that black Americans can have visas to Wakanda, there's mad joy on everybody's face, and Sam is there firsthand to see it. The Wakandans are welcoming to the black Americans. It's just a beautiful sight. Sam Wilson gets pulled out the crowd by security, and then we see that Crossbones is working for the White Wolf, T'Challa's adopted brother, who has plans to take over the whole nation of Wakanda by infecting the black immigrants from America that are going into Wakanda with a chemical weapon. White Wolf knew that Sam Wilson was gonna be there and he was gonna pin the whole thing on him. Sam Wilson defeats Crossbones, but then the Black Panther shows up. Sam's trying to tell T'Challa how Wakanda's under threat. T'Challa's not trying to hear that right now because Sam should not be here. If it's happening on Wakandan borders, Wakanda will take care of it. Sam's thinking, well, I already took care of it and he's an American criminal and I'm taking him back, so we're done. T'Challa lets Sam know that's not how this is gonna go down. And then things go down. Hey, I'll give Sam credit. My man's throwing blows with T'Challa in a full Panther suit wearing nothing but a jersey and jeans. I respect it, but T'Challa disrespects it. Sam throws a tree branch at that man, then gets him in a sleeper hold, and a deeper conversation starts happening here. Sam's like, you trying to see me man to man without that suit? T'Challa's like, no. And Sam starts telling T'Challa, yo, what are you without your tools? What are you without your special meteor? You're just like us. Sam Wilson got T'Challa in a sleeper hold, telling him, even if the Benz is vibranium, you still just a hard R in a coupe. T'Challa reminds Sam, hey, I ain't like you. My face on the money here. And he slammed that man down. Now, T'Challa might be a big cat, and Sam Wilson might be Captain America, but first things first, Sam Wilson's still the Birdman, and he gives that Birdman hand rub to call him back up. Sam got T'Challa squabbling with the birds right now while dressing this man down, telling him, yo, Steve and the Avengers, they all love you. They got so much respect for you in Wakanda, but what did you do with all your technology, all your medical discoveries? You kept them for yourself, while the rest of us suffered. You did nothing to change our history. While we were colonized, butchered, and enslaved, y'all over here being the Jetsons. You can tell Sam been holding this in for a while. Sam told that man, yo, your daddy was a king, my dad got killed stopping a fight. Your mom was a queen, my mom got gunned down in a mugging. Cause the universe had Meteor Man happen in your hood and not ours. Sam Wilson was talking to that man and they just stare each other down. Sam thinks the fight is done, but T'Challa breaks free from the birds. T'Challa told that man, Sam, hey, get your battle rapper hands out my face. Great verse, but that's still very American of you. Oh, something sad happened to me. That gives me the right to invade the land of others. And if it had been you with the meteor, you act like you would have did any different. You wouldn't have. And T'Challa super kicked that man over a waterfall, but Sam grabbed hold of him and said, no, you're coming with me. When Sam comes up from the waterfall, T'Challa's nowhere to be found, but his partner, the Falcon's there with his Captain America fit. Sam is then confronted by the Wakandan Prime Minister and Shuri and their security, and they're telling him he's under arrest. Sam's like, how? I stopped the terrorist shit that was going down. I got the guy. They're like, oh, you mean this guy? He's like, yeah, Crossbones. I got him first. Sam's thinking, yo, their plot got stopped, so what's the problem? Shuri and the Prime Minister let him know the problem is you disobeyed a direct order. Shuri reminds Sam, yo, you were told not to step on Wakandan soil. Sam's partner, the Falcon's like, but I mean, a win is a win, right? We got the bad guy. Shuri lets him know, no, this ain't a win because y'all just lost big time because y'all don't listen. So here's what's gonna happen. Since y'all want to do the interests of America and play in our faces, the Wakandan government is ceasing all immigration to Wakanda. The United States gives mad freedom to its heroes, and we know Captain America wasn't doing this on his own. He must have had the backing of the American government. So that asylum we were offering, we're getting that. Everybody that got citizenship, we're revoking that. You got 30 days to get out. Sam tells them, yo, your beef is with me, not them. But they say, yo, you're supposed to be Captain America. You're supposed to be setting an example. What kind of example are you setting right now? Because as we can see, you don't listen. They were bumping this over the PA system, and Americans were heartbroken. Meanwhile, Captain America and the Falcon are like, oh, yeesh, well, I guess we're not wanted here. And they just take off. They took off like they were flying away from accountability. To me, this fumble is just as bad as when Steve Rogers stepped to the X-Men demanding hope. That didn't help mutant relations with Captain America. Sam Wilson costing Black Americans asylum in Wakanda? That's a non-stop apology tour. And when Sam Wilson's back home sitting on his rooftop, he gets a visit from T'Challa, who doesn't want a round two, but just telling him, yo, I know what the Wakanda government did was reactionary. I wouldn't have done that. But I don't have that power anymore. Sam lets T'Challa know, hey, I meant everything I said. T'Challa tells him, I know. Hey, we ain't friends, but I respect you. However, I will do everything in my power to protect Wakanda. I tear down the world if I have to. He lets Sam know in the end they both want the same thing. And before he goes, he tells Sam, I'm sorry about your parents. Sam and T'Challa weren't cool for a long time, especially since T'Challa's plans to take down the Avengers got put into effect by his sleeper agents. This got T'Challa kicked off the Avengers. When Captain Marvel became the chairwoman, she put him back in effect. Sam Wilson was like, what the fuck? Why? And Carol Danvers says, because he's the most dangerous man on the planet, but before that, he's my guy. Now that T'Challa and Sam are serving on the Avengers together, their relationship has gone from strain to one of mutual respect. They're in a better place as the MVP duo of this team as well as the odd couple of this team. But we'll see if it stays that way because after this whole Orcus ordeal, Sam feels the team needs better mutant representation, which is why he recruits Storm to join the Avengers, who also happens to be the ex-wife of the Black Panther.